On to day 10. I just have to portage my gear down this trail there, about 100 meters to the rest of the portage. This campsite's actually in between them. I got really cold last night. I could just stay warm, just barely. But much more importantly, that kept the mosquitoes off this morning. I've hardly seen them, and the ones I have seen have been very sluggish, so that's been nice. But we got blue sky, which is super important today, because I have all the log jams, and doing those in messy, wet conditions, getting around them and over them and up some steep banks would be pretty miserable. So things are looking good today. Hopefully I can make it to Santoy. This will wake you up in the morning. Sure wish a lot more mornings could start like this. I wish all those years I commuted on the 400 series highways, especially the 401, could be like this in the morning. Flowing freely. I'm at the first log jam, and this one's nice and friendly because you can just cruise right around it. The next two I think are the same, and then the ones after that are going to be a lot more work. You staying in the river. I'm going this way too, buddy. Just amazing power. I've been seeing moose tracks and some fresh ones right along the shore here, so I was thinking it was a matter of time. Well, that brown line on the map there is an alternative access point, and I'm just crossing under it right now. Just a logging road, but it would allow you to do the southern portion of the river in just probably a few day trip, and a pretty leisurely one, no rapids. Another log jam. Hoping I can slide by on the right side here. Looks like it. The southern section of the Steel River is just the epitome of tranquility. The water is pure and clean. The air is fresh and smells sweet. Its tall sandy banks tumble down into fine, beautiful sand beaches. The moose here are well aware of this. Their tracks can be found all along the shoreline. The moon is perched overhead this afternoon, like a lime wedge on the cosmic cocktail that is our universe. That was pretty deep, man. Yes, deep. Deep like my love for nature and her many charms. Well, I've ruined it. I'll shut up. Doesn't matter. I'm a crap narrator anyway. No one's expecting anything. At the next log jam, and this one has to be portaged up and around. There was actually supposed to be another log jam aside from the first one, which was supposed to be passable, but it looks like it's just washed out altogether. Didn't see it at all. Done the first portage, but it was strenuous. The banks that you're expected to haul your canoe and gear up are very steep, and it's tough when you're solo, especially to haul that canoe up there. And then the paths, or the map said it was supposed to be 100 meters, but felt a lot longer than that. Pretty tough getting it up these edges. I missed the portage sign and I've come a little too far. However, I can still scramble up this bank. But that stuff down there is like a mudslide. Sink right into it. It's gonna be pretty tough. But the alternative isn't easy either, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. Built a little kind of a bridge there to get over the mud. Kind of like a snowshoe effect, and it spreads my weight. I've brought everything up. I just need to get the canoe now. Okay, now to actually do the portage. My chances of making it to Santoy tonight are dwindling. Oh. Lots of poop on this trail. That one has a lot of fur in it. And judging by the size of the poop, I'm guessing it's a bear. Looks like too much poop for a lynx, and probably for a wolf. And I don't know if they have wolf populations here. I know there are lynx. Anyway, the portages seem to be really under calculated on the on the marker on the map. It's you know, 100 meters, 200 meters, but they seem a lot longer. All right, big red, time to go for a past the 200 meter portage now, and I'm not just complaining. That had to have been closer to around half a kilometer, and not the easiest, especially with the put-ins and the takeouts as usual, just steep. And it's too bad I couldn't paddle that section because it's nice cliffs. Anyway, on to the next log jam. There are a few more, I'm sure. There's something right up on that bank behind me. Presumably a moose. Hey, Moosey. Climbed up on the bank, but I still can't see him. Oh well. Huge cliffs here in this section. Okay, now this one is truly nuts. It's so steep and the bank is mud. Oh man, I got all the gear up, but now the canoe. This will be tricky. Tied a rope to it because it's impossible to, there's no foothold down there. There's a bit of a foothold here. Oh, this is a back killer. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. That was brutal. Ended up taking my my shoes off because there was no way I was gonna keep them dry in there. I had to wade in the water a little bit. Whew, okay, onward. So as it turns out, there are two far better takeouts. That one was a joke. I don't know why the portage sign was there. Maybe the river has changed. But it was awful. I don't know how it ever could have been good. Right here, a little further down the trail, so it's a shorter portage too. Fantastic takeout. Right there, another fantastic takeout. And both lead up to the portage trail, and they have a beaten path to it. So evidently some of the more experienced people will know this, and I'm sure they do that to get around this huge log jam. Anyway, all part of the adventure, and I guess I will learn a hard lesson to check things out myself rather than just go where the sign tells me to go. And secondly, do more online research before starting a trip, because rivers change a lot, log jams move, they get washed out, but books don't change. I trusted you. Inara, sucker. Ah! That wasn't very nice, Mr. Log. Pretty disrespectful in front of your dead companions there. Okay, must run. Santoy awaits. The adults are trying to teach the little ones how to hide. They seem pretty oblivious. Oh, there they go. The Canada goose is so much more beautiful when you see it in the wild, instead of a golf course or a parking lot crapping all over. It's 7:15 now. And I've blown past the first campsite, or the last campsite before Santoy. Didn't even notice it. I don't know where it was, but so that means I'm gunning it for Santoy. No turning back, but that's fine. I think I would have gone on it anyway. But there's one portage left, and lots of kilometers, and it's impossible to estimate time because the river meanders so much. There's no way of knowing, so hopefully I get to camp before dark. Just arrived at the last log jam there, and just got a portage around it. Only 120 meters it says, so probably like double that, but either way, close. And then the campsite shouldn't be too far after that, and I think it's close to 9 now, so better hustle. I still want to eat a walleye tonight. I haven't had a meal all day, just snacks, not even breakfast. And I've been going for about 13 hours straight without a break, except for taking videos. So anyway, when I do this, last one of the trip, and it goes on a ways beyond that. And the portage, as usual, is much longer than indicated. It's okay, I'm almost done. But yeah, it says 120 meters and it is probably 300 to 400. At least it's clear. This is one of the easiest ones so far. I'm pretty much speed walking it because yeah. So I have lots to do today. But at least the weather is beautiful. I couldn't have picked a better day to be going down this amount of distance. It's just been beautiful. Finally back on Santoy. At camp, got a fire going right away and got the canoe unloaded. Canoe's down at the water there. You just see a hint of twilight left there in the sky. And it's a really clear night, so might be some good stargazing. Anyway, I need to get dinner on and eat and sleep. I am pooped.